Namaste and Prem Namaskar. We would like to begin this memorial service with the invocation. Can I kindly request all of you, please raise for an invocation. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Gajananam Bodhaganadi Sevitam Kavitta Jambo Palasarabhakshitam Umasudam Soka Vinasakaranam Namami Vigneshwara Pangajam Meghashyamam Veda Kauseyavasam Srivatsangam Gavastubos Basitangam Punyapetam Pundarikayakaksham Vishnum Vande Sarvalogaiganadam Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsasanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Om Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandakopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Bhutbhavassuvaha Tassavidurvarenyam Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Om Shanti 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 Om. Thank you. Kindly be seated. Now we're going to open the face, and as we chant the Paramatma's name, everyone is come forward to pay your floral tribute. Thereafter we will begin with our pratna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om. Please, family, all can go forward to offer the flowers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om. Namaste and Prem Namaskar. We are gathered here to unite the soul of Sonie, Leela, Durgadin to Paramatma. Or the Jivatma need to go back to Paramatma. That's the ultimate goal of the human existence. We are here, but our ultimate destination is one day to go and surrender at the lotus feet of Paramatma. So for this, our scripture, Bhagavad Gita, guide us that we should do a Pancha Maha Yagna in our lifetime. The Pancha Maha Yagnas are Deva Yagna, thinking of God and goddesses in whatever the name and form that closer to your heart. The second one is called Pitur Yagna, thinking of the ancestors and forebearers. And the third one, it is called Buddha Yagna, feeding of the lower nature. Then the fourth one is called Nara Yagna, feeding of the needy and the human beings. And the fifth one is called Jnana Yagna, wisdom in practice. Bhagavad Gita, Vedic slokas are part and parcel of the Jnana Yagna. Reciting the sacred text at the time of departure It is called Karna Veda. Somebody is in a dying bed and you start reading the Bhagavad Gita, it's called Karna Veda. Means through Karna means ear. Through the ear, the soul is listening to the chant. It can find its ultimate destination. In that understanding, today that we did the Prarthana in the beginning, which is considered to be the Deva Yagna, the Buddha Yagna and Nara Yagna will happen during those ceremonial time. And Pitur Yagna is thinking of the ancestors and forebearers. This particular year and this particular month as we are now is called the Kartika Mass. And particularly in our South African understanding, this year will be the 165th year of our forefathers that land into this country. Mum came from part of that generation. So when the country is celebrating the 165 years of our ancestors in this country, also we are now today celebrating the life of the wonderful mother this afternoon. So we would like to chant the Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, some of the verses, and Vedic slokas, and thereafter we're going to have few family members who would like to pay tribute. Thereafter we will conclude with the Shanti Pada. Then the body will be then lowered down to the downstairs by the burner area. The immediate family are most welcome to accompany with me to go and do the further last rites and cremate this body. The very first verses by Sri Arjuna to Bhagavan Sri Krishna from the Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verses 38. Tvamati teva purushaha Puranastvamasya vishvasya param nidhanam Vedyasi vedyam cha param cha dama Divya tatam vishvamanantarupa. Sri Arjuna says to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Thou art the primal God, ancient being, Thou art the final resting place of this universe. Thou art the knower, the knowledge, and the supreme abode. By Thee is universe pervaded, and Thy form is infinite. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verses 22. Vasamsi jirnani yata vihaya Navani grighanadi naroparani Tatha charirani vihaya jirnani Yanyani samyadi navani dehi. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says in these verses, as a person puts on new garments, give up the old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, give up the old and useless ones. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verses 23. Nainam chintanti chatrani, nainam dagadi pavaha, nainam kleda yandyapo, nasho yadhi marudaha. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, the soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by wind. The soul is eternal. So what Lord Sri Krishna says is the soul never dies. You cannot destroy the soul. What it dies, the body that dies. The soul give up the body. As I said that earlier, as we give up the dress that we cannot wear anymore, so the soul give up the body. Only the body that dies, the soul never dies. The soul is embarked on a journey, and our life in our Hindu understanding, designed and governed by a wonderful law, is called the law of karma. Nothing but the law of cause and effect, the law of retribution. So every individual depend upon the good and bad that we do on this earth, our next destination is set by God according to all the good things that we do in our life. So that's why my great master Swami Shivananda always say, do good and be good. As much as possible, do good in your life. By doing all the good, you set your soul one step closer to God. In that understanding, through chanting this Bhagavad Gita mantra, we seek the blessings of Lord Shri Krishna upon the noble soul of the Divine Mother. May her soul rest at the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. Now we are going to chant some of the Vedic slokas. The first sloka is from the Yajur Veda. Vedahamedam purusham mahanandam aditya varnantamasabharashat tvame vidvadi mrityumedi nanya pande vidyate anayaya. This Yajur Veda sloka says, I know the Supreme Absolute Being, who is full of splendor like the sun far beyond the darkness of ignorance. By knowing Him alone, one can conquer the death and attain the bliss or ananda. There is no other path for the attainment of moksha or salvation. Yajur Veda. Om ya atmada paladashya Visvabhubhashye Brahyam Yashya Devaha Yashya Sahaya Mridyam Yashya Mridyu Kashmai Deva Aviha Vitmahe. This Yajur Veda sloka says, He who is a giver of physical vigor and the spiritual force, He whose order is carried out by all the luminous objects and by the enlightened persons, whose grace is immortality and whose disfavor is death, to that all blissful divinity we offer our humble worship. Rig Veda. Om Suryam Shakshur Kashyadhyam Vadamatma Tyashannagaksha Pridhivim Sadharmana Abom Vagakshiyedi Datra Diksha Moksha Diksha Pradiksha Sariraha. This Rig Vedic sloka says, O mortal, after thy death, may all the components of the body be merged into the 5 elements of the earth. We call Panchapuda. Thine eyes be absorbed in the sun, and thy breath into the atmosphere. May the other parts be merged into the appropriate elements in accordance with the meritorious deeds, again the bundle of actions, thou hast performed here. May the Atma dwell in the appropriate body. Atharva Veda sloka. Om Shamakne Bhakshat Tabasham Purushakshaha Mutrakshaha Madradabhyainam Egastredye Vikido Jatavetaha Samayegnam Dehi Sukrude Mulohe. This Atharva Veda sloka says, O Afulkan God, thou art the dispenser of justice. Thou recompensate everyone according to his or her deeds. Again, the bundle of actions. Peace, Shanti to the Atma of this dead body in the westward direction. May there be peace, Shanti to the Atma also in the east, the north, the south, and all other directions. O omniscient and all illuminator God, thou art the creator, the sustainer, and the destroyer of this universe. May thou bestow a worthy abode to this noble soul. Rig Veda. Om Sham Jagat Sakaspitirpihim Samyaminashe Purde Parame Vyoman Hidvada Vedyam Punarakshumehi San Jagat Sakasva Tanva Swarsaha. This Rig Vedic sloka says, O mortal, by the austerity and enlightenment, and by the good deeds, all the good actions, attain bliss, ananda, in heaven, in Swarga, and join the company of their forebearers, Pitur or Pitru, be free from all sins, and once again, may the spirit inherit an enlightened body full of lustre, and once again, may thou come to this world to perform noble deeds. Through chanting these Vedic mantras, we seek the blessings of Paramatma upon the noble soul of the wonderful mother, Sonie, Leela, Durgadin, to attain Sadgati or Moksha. So before we're going to proceed, now I would like to call upon members of the family to come forward to pay tribute. Let me call the first person. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om. The very first person that I would like to call this afternoon to pay tribute is Samara. Please, can you come forward to pay tribute?
Today, we honor the life of a graceful, talented, beautiful, and exceptionally strong woman. She is so many things to so many people. She's among many other titles, a daughter, a sister, a mother, and to me, a grandmother. Growing up as her grandchild, I was often told about my resemblance to her. And while I am lucky to have some of her features, I'd like to go over some of the unique qualities she possessed that make her such a special person to myself and many others. She is wonderfully creative. She would make rotis in the shapes of animals and use food coloring to add eyes. For my 4th birthday, she made a beautiful cake in the shape of a wishing well with wafers for the bricks and flake for the roof and gumdrops on the top. And she would also knit beautiful bags, scarves, and tops, a lot of which she would donate to children who were in need of them. She was also dedicated to connecting with the environment around her. She spent a lot of time gardening. Her first garden in Newcastle was something my own mother revered as one of the most amazing things she had ever seen. And while I never got to see the original garden, I was privileged to see and spend time in her second, smaller garden. And she would show me all the labels and tell me what season they bloomed and how to take care of them. And her knowledge was a testimony to how passionate she was about everything in her life. When she moved again, she still kept a smaller garden and remained hardworking regardless of the season. And the love she put into planting and caring for the vegetables and fruits was then also put into the rest of the environment around her. In some of the letters she sent me, she also told me about how she would feed about 60 to 70 doves, and they would wait for her on the roof. And it just shows her love was not only for the greenery around her, but the other life around her as well. She was also very connected to the world through her prayer. She was dedicated to praying for those around her. And I remember when I would sleep with her, I would wake up and do yoga and pray and wonder how she stayed so consistent with it. Her persistence was not only just in prayer, but also in health. Most importantly, she truly made an effort to connect with her family. While I cannot speak for others, she rarely made an effort to show me that she loved unconditionally. It didn't matter that I lived halfway across the world. She still made the trip to come to the USA, and she would send me letters about what she was up to and how happy it made her when I would reply. She would come and sit with me and hold my hand, and we would just watch soap operas on TV, and would always care to ask how everyone around me was doing. And I didn't have to do anything special for her. I just had to be with her. She made me feel loved in ways that only a grandmother can, irreplaceable in so many ways, and I'd like to think that she helped me grow, just like many of the plants in her garden, into something more due to the love she gave me growing up. She will continue to stay with me as I keep growing, every time I put my hair into a braid or water a plant or do a crossword or knit, and she will live forevermore in all our minds and hearts, and I am truly blessed to have had my Dadima in this life.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om. The next family member would like to come and pay tribute is Yahir. I don't know what is it, but just, yeah, it's working.
Hello everyone. I'm the proud grandson of Sonie Durgadin and the proud son of Sanjay and Natasha. So my Dadima was one of the first people to hold me as a newborn baby. She came all the way to America just to see me. And ever since then, she's seen me grown in stages, and every time I come back to her, she just still makes me feel like a little kid. Like my sister said, she would make us bird rotis, and those things were like candy to us. We would eat them all the time. And as a kid, like my sister said before, Leela's gardens were a thing of legend to me, and I didn't see the original one, but wherever they went, I always wanted to see what she would do with her smaller garden. She was always such a calming presence to me. Every time I would sit by her or just sit in her room and hug her, and she came with such good energy, and she spread that to all of us. But the thing I admired most about her was her resilience. Even though she got older, she never let anything stop her. She was always walking about, gardening, knitting, and cooking as well. She always made me feel like I was so relaxed, and I will continue to take that energy with me throughout my life. Thank you.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thank you. Now I would like to call upon Rosina and Colleen. Both of you, I believe, are going to come together. Please do that. Yeah, you hold the mic better because it's not picking up very nicely.
When I think of Granny, I always think of how she loved to do three things and how reflective of her personality these were. Granny loved gardening, and she was excellent at it. She always had a large garden and would spend hours tending to it. And I remember being a kid walking with her as she watered and checked on every plant. And these were really special moments as I could share in one of her main passions and see how she cared and nurtured so much throughout the seasons, from summer to winter, but also throughout the seasons of her life. Second, Granny loved making things, and it seemed like she knew every possible crafting technique. And I've also always been creative, and so I think this was one of our main points of connection. And throughout my life, I would have bursts of energy for different kinds of crafts, and she would teach them all to me. She taught me how to knit and how to crochet and how to sew. And I never got as good as her, but I really loved learning from her. And she was always really patient and generous with her time and her knowledge. And the third thing is that Granny really loved drama. She was, I think, more fun than many people knew her to be. I remember visiting her room throughout my life. I remember when I was 5, when I was 15, when I was 25, and always looking at the TV and asking what's happening, and she always get excited to tell me like the craziest plot line and help me follow along in all her stories. And she just really loved over-the-top entertainment in between all her different activities, and it was really fun to see. So I'll miss Granny inspiring me to pay more attention and care to nature, teaching me new things and sharing in my hobbies. And I think most of all I'll miss her compassionate and inquisitive nature and the quality time she always gave me. And she was always really interested in my life, if I was getting enough sleep, if work was going well, if my friends were okay. And she was always one of my biggest supporters.
We will miss Granny sharing family stories, her compassion, and her resilience. I remember sitting with her just a few weeks ago when she was sharing stories about family members long gone. It was amazing to hear how much knowledge she held, especially about the women in her family. She was always very interested in our lives and cared so much about how we were doing. Even when we visited her in the hospital on one of her last days, she was still asking me about how work was going. She was the kind of person who would always battle through. She tended to her garden all her life, almost right to the very end. She stayed active with yoga and always kept the house running well into her 80s. There aren't many people who know my story, but Granny was one of them. We will miss you.
Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The next speaker is Sri Praveen Bhai. Please can you come forward to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you. Prem Namaste, family and friends. On behalf of Sanjay and Vinna, I'd like to thank you all for attending today, those in person and those online, which helps to bring us closer. You know, I say this on behalf of Sanjay and Vinna, but also on behalf of the entire mystery family. My family is defined by almost two lineages. One is the mystery family and one is the Maharaj family. And Leela auntie, unfortunately, has represented the last of my uncles and aunts from the mystery family. And it's almost as if, passing of a generation. However, I do know that she will always be fondly remembered. All of us have been touched in some way by her, whether it be a WhatsApp phone call on your birthday, or a random phone call, or getting some vegetables from a garden, or, I have so many memories of her, and as do lots of you. Leela auntie lived opposite my house in Newcastle for a long time, and I had to restrain my son when he was 3 or 4 years old from running across the road to go and visit her and play in the garden, and so we all have very fond memories of her, and she has touched many lives. And I can think that there's some child or person wearing a jersey that she has knitted that is keeping them warm against the cold. And I could go on and on, but I think the most important thing is that we all remember her for the kind, loving and generous person that she has always been. A trait that was shared by basically all her brothers and sisters, and a trait that I hope will be carried forward by her descendants. And on that note, I'd like to say farewell to Leela auntie. I know it's a hard thing to say farewell to a loved one, especially to someone like her, but we have to accept the cycle of life and that she's in a better place, and we hope is reuniting with all the people that she has loved over the years. Thank you.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The next speaker is Segman. Can you come forward to pay tribute? Thank you.
How's it, everybody? I think, first of all, I'd like to say thank you all for making the time to be here. I know some of you travel long and far, and it means a lot to this family. Thank you. There's a lot one can say. I decided if I don't write a few things down, I'm going to just go on and on. So I'd like to start by saying that my mom passed away far too soon when I was in my late 20s. I felt robbed and always wished for more time. There was an emptiness that wasn't easy to fill. But when Auntie moved in with us in 2012, she brought with her a sense of comfort and stability, and she slowly but surely started to fill that gap. I loved her deeply, and even though I never called her mum, I loved her just as much. The bond was there, strong and unspoken. She was a remarkable human being, as you've heard from every other speaker. Gentle, wise, full of quiet strength. She lived her life with a discipline and purpose that left me in awe. She was always up while the rest of the world slept, starting a day with yoga and meditation, and then out in the garden just as the birds started waking up. She had an incredible mind as well. She would have been 86 in January, but she was still razor sharp. She loved her crosswords, and she always made time for reading and keeping up with the news. She knew what was happening both close to home and around the world, and we often had long conversations about local and world events. And then there was the garden, as you've heard from everybody else as well. Her pride and joy. She had such green hands, and the plants seemed to love her just as much as she loved them. The garden became a source of pride for me too, and I was always showing it off to friends and family. Her gardening was a reflection of who she was: patient, gentle, and nurturing. That same caring nature extended to all of us at home. She was like our own personal nurse. Whether it was something small or something not so small, she was always there, calm, attentive, and ready to help. And she loved spoiling me. As an example, she always wanted to cook the meals she knew I liked, and I always obliged, because she was one hell of a cook. Now, these are the memories I want to hold on to. Not the last few years, which were hard for her, and not the last few weeks, which were even harder. I want to remember her garden, her cooking, her early mornings, her quiet strength, and her love. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all the speakers for your kind words. Mother is a mother. No one can replace her place. So it's not only a loss for you all, the loss for the Hindu community in the Western Cape. As I was listening to many speakers talking about her multiple talents, and this is what the younger generation of today need to learn. They have a wonderful way of life. They know how to recycle products from their own kitchen and make a healthy garden and brings out all the good, delicious things. That's why they lived 82 years old. This current generation, I don't know whether we can reach the 80 years of age in our life, because we're just buying everything and drive through, and we want to go to the quick food store. Everything is cooked. We want to just come home, warm and eat. So there is no love when they cook food. Mother, when they cook food, why the mother's food is so delicious? What is the secret recipe? Nothing but they love the job. They input that what they put in the pot is nothing but love. That love is the one brought this wonderful family, beautiful grandchildren, and also life of a mother, like this wonderful mother. During her younger days, things are not as easy like what you all are going through nowadays. It's tough life. Under the apartheid government, not all the resources available, not many opportunities, but yet she kept this family together, sacrificed her life, gave the best to the family, and now the call for eternal peace and rest. As the many speakers said, wonderful memories. May you all live by those memories. The memories never dies. As you get together during birthdays or various gatherings, have those great memories or speak on that, and may you continue to live with those great legacy that Mummy left behind. Continue doing little gardens at home. And every time that is something, if you see a tomato, then you will think of your grandmother. If you see a beautiful rose, you think of your grandmother. That's what life is all about. So we all has to go one day. A great South Indian saint says, I don't know when my day comes. I know my day comes one day. But God give me the strength and the courage to do good to the fellow men. So in that understanding, as Mum left this earth, we're also going to go one day or the other. Life is very short. So instead of waiting for a time to arrive, my Divine Master Swami Shivananda always liked the word called din. That means do it now. Don't say I'll do it when I retire, when I got a free time, I'll do it. Whatever you want to do good, you want to start gardening, start now. Don't say when I got free time, I'll do it. So these kind of little things that you will remember the life and the message of this wonderful mother. So may I take this opportunity on behalf of myself, the organization that I'm currently serving under the Om Spiritual Center, the Arunachala Unique Mountain Spiritual Center, and as well as from the Hindu Association of the Western Cape, want to pay tribute to this wonderful mother. May her noble soul attain Sadgati, Moksha, and eternal rest at the lotus feet of Paramatma. So we would like to now kindly request all of you to raise for the concluding prayer. Also, I need 6 family members as well. And also we have some roses to all the family to make offer. Please, you can, each one of you, take 1 rose. And also on this moment, not forget to say thank you to the Maitland Crematorium management for their assistance. A wonderful service by Pinetown Funeral Service and Brandlin. I want to say this one thing. Sagaran called me and said, this is what happened. I said, no, don't stress. We will find someone to assist you. When I phoned, he was there exactly where Mom passed away. He said to me, I'm here. See, this is what the good you do, how the good comes back in many ways. So, Brandlin was right there when Mom passed away. And also the day that she passed away, in our Hindu calendar, it is called monthly Shivratri. So every month, on the 13th fortnight, it's called monthly Shivratri. When it's come to February, March, we call it called Mahashivratri, the great night of Lord Shiva. So she left her body on a very blessed day. So may we all say Om Shanti when we conclude with our Shanti Pada. The family all can come and stand around, please. Grandchildren and all immediate families, please come forward. But if it's not enough flowers, you can just take 1 or 2 flowers from there. Come, Rajan, you can take 1 from there. No, take 1 of the roses from there. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sanno Mitra Samvarunaha Sanno Bhavat Vadyamaha Sanna Indro Prakaspatihe Sanno Vishnururukramah Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayuh Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Rudam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavadu Tatvaktaramavadu Avadumam Avaduvaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sakhana Bhavatu Sakhanau Bhunaktu Sakavidyam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadidamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dakshanno Ranumahi Kadum Yajnaya Kadum Yajnapataye Daivi Swastirastunaha Swastir Manushebhyah Urdam Jikadu Peshadam Sanno Astutyupatehe Sanchatushpate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Mama Madhur Sonie Leela Durgadin Namyam Atma Shanti निवारणार्थम ओम शांति शांति शांति. All of you can offer the flowers inside. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om. If you are not coming downstairs, if anyone arrived now would like to see the face of the mother, please come forward before we going to close the face. If anyone want to see the face, if not, we can proceed. We need 6 family members to help us to place it on the platform to do Shantipada. We need 6 family members to help. राम नाम के सत्य है, 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 राम नाम के सत्य है. We're going to do now Shanti Pada. Harihi Om. Om Dyo Shanti Antarikshagam Shanti Pratave Shanti Apah Shanti Roshadayah Shanti Vanaspatayah Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Shama Shanti Redi Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarvesham Sustir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sughinah, Sarve Shantu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Macha Dukkha Bhagaved, Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityoma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Kayena Vacha Manasendriyeva Buddhyatmana va Pragati Svabhava Karomi Yatyat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanaye Samarpayami. Narayanaye Samarpayami. Narayanaye Samarpayami. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Shri Brahmanarpanamastu. Thank you. We give few minutes for them to get ready. So the family can just stand here in one line. Son, daughter, everyone. Those who would like to come and sympathize to them, please you can do so. And then we will call you down in next few minutes to do the last rites downstairs. find out. Say again?
No live streaming.
Okay. John. Tell John there is no live stream downstairs. There's in the just tell him.
Shiva.
world.